used to smoke to have an asthma attack. I had an asthma attack. I went to a Travis Scott concert, back when it was still okay to do, okay? You fuck with Travis Scott, John? Hell yeah. Travis Scott is one of my favorite artists. I was listening to him on the way here, and I heard a lyric that was so funny, I almost fell off my city bike. And it goes, eating that punane got my bangs wet. We gonna have to change for the banquet. Dripping. You understand the lyric? He's so deep in the pussy, he's car washing with his bangs, you see? And now the pussy juice has gotten on the outfit he was gonna wear to this banquet he was attending, but it's been ruined. What a poet. I went to a Travis Scott concert and I smoked 4 blunts in an hour. And then that song, Stop Trying to Be God, came on. I was like, you're right, Travis, I have to go to the hospital. And I called an Uber to the hospital because they don't let ambulances in at Travis Scott concerts. And no, I called an Uber to the hospital because an ambulance is $600, and I'm not gonna die a sucker, right? Now I get to the hospital, NYU Langone in Cobble Hill, Brooklyn, and now I have asthma, so I know exactly what I need. Doctor, I'm having an asthma attack. You're having an asthma attack. I need albuterol nebulizer. You need albuterol nebulizer. Is this self-checkout? What's going on, bro? Give me my fucking medicine. He's like, you'll be fine. And he scuttles away in his Ferragamo loafers. And he sends in a nurse who has a menu of all the other shit I could be getting since I've stopped in at Casa de NYU. Blood work, EKG, X-ray. Now they're not trying to treat me for a heart attack. What they're doing is running up the insurance tab because insurance will just pay whatever a hospital says. Luckily, I said the magic words. I said, I don't have coverage. She threw an inhaler at me. She was like, get out, you wheezy broke bitch. I'm in and out in an hour and a half. Get home, 2 weeks later, get the bill. $6,000. I had another asthma attack. $6,000 for an hour and a half, and I didn't come once. Luckily, I was raised by Indian people who taught me that the price is never the price until you talk about the price. That's where we're at in America. You gotta haggle for your life these days. I called the hospital. I said, listen, I'm not gonna give you $6,000. They said, why not? I said, well, for one, you already gave me the medicine. 2, I don't have $6,000. Now I have $6,000, but I also know a little bit about the healthcare system. I know that you get sick at the beginning of the year like I did, every hospital has this giant pool of money they have to give away for free care in order to stay nonprofit. Sidebar, if you get corona in December, just hold on, okay? Hold on. So know this. I know this as I'm talking to this lady. I was like, look, I don't have $6,000. I'm not gonna give you $6,000. I don't have $6,000. They literally said, how much do you have? Did I call the mob? Who the fuck? I got nothing. You can break my knees if you want. I'm not giving you $6,000. All right, Mr. Patel, no need to get irate. Listen, you don't owe us anything. But please understand that if you truly can't pay, you don't owe us anything. But if you can pay, be taking $6,000 out of the pocket of someone who truly can't pay. I was like, don't hate the player, hit the game. Click. I was so glad I finessed NYU out of $6,000, but then I remembered I went to NYU and they're still up about $200,000. Life's about small victories. After almost dying, you kind of reevaluate your life. You know, I've been trying to be a better person, trying to work out a lot more. Only because I think I'm going to have to fight Kumail Nanjiani at some point. I'm training for that day. Kumail, if you don't know, is a fantastic comedian. He's Pakistani and he's jacked. If every Pakistani was as big as Kumail is, they would have never caught bin Laden. I'm pitching a movie to Kumail right now. We want to remake the movie Nustik. It's about 1947 India when partition happened. When the Brits left India, they divided the subcontinent into Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. And they divided up against really crooked borders. I'm guessing using the outlines of their teeth. And when they left, this partition caused the exodus of millions of people and the death of like 2 million people. In the movie, the Pakistanis and the Indians hate each other. But in my version with Kumail, we team up and rewrite history in Glorious Bastard style. We go to England, right? And then we seduce Winston Churchill's wife. And then we find Winston Churchill, grab him by his fat ass cheeks, and say, for the first time in history, that's why we fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. I'm trying to be a better person. I really am. I am trying to be a better person. I'm trying to identify moments when I'm mad and turn them into moments of laughter. This came to a full head a little while ago when there was a hurricane in New York. Hurricane Ida hit New York, and I had to go do a show. And I called an SUV to come pick me up. As I'm stepping into this SUV, I missed the curb. So instead of stepping into this SUV, I step into 6 inches of New York City rainwater. So now I got AIDS foot, right? That's a clinical term. Now, I get into the SUV and I'm pissed off, right? I can't go back upstairs. I'm already late. So I take my boot off, I pour all this water out, take my sock off, slam it on the seat, take this dude's hand sanitizer, squeeze it into my hands, rub it all between my toes. And now my hand's sticky, my foot is sticky. I'm pissed off. I take this sock, I wring it dry, and I hang it in the SUV's AC vent, you know? And I'm checking if the driver's looking, and now I'm fucking pissed off. I'm hanging and trying to dry this sock, and I catch myself in the rearview mirror. I'm like, oh shit, I am Mr. Bean. Just. I never laughed harder in my life. I'm trying to be the person I am on Molly at all times. You know what I mean? Generous, sexually fluid, all those things. You ever done Molly before? How old are you? 28, yeah, you don't deserve it yet. All these teens and 20-year-olds doing drugs, they don't deserve them. I just started doing drugs in my 30s. In my teens and 20s, I was trying to figure out who I am as a person, who I am as a man. In my 30s, I realized I ain't shit. I'm gonna do all the drugs there are. You gotta go through that journey before you start doing drugs. You never done Molly before? The way it works is it releases all the serotonin in your brain for 3 to 4 hours, so you're the happiest you've ever been. And then for the next 2 to 4 days, you want to commit suicide. But for those 3 to 4 hours, you feel like a 21-year-old white woman. It's incredible. The scientific term is MDMA. It stands for, damn, Molly's amazing. It's incredible. The reason I love Molly so much is that it's a very communal drug. It brings people together. It's all love when you're on Molly. If we were dropping Molly instead of bombs, there'd be no problems in the world. The last time I did Molly, I went to this warehouse party in Brooklyn. That's where they have them. They used to kill people there, now 30-year-olds go find themselves. And at this warehouse party, they're playing EDM music, electronic dance music. But on top of it, they had overlaid Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech. It sounds ridiculous, but it's the freest I've ever felt. Now, I'm peaking on Molly as Martin Luther King Jr. is dropping some of the hottest lines in human history. And I look around and I see black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, all holding hands and singing the words That Negro Spiritual, Levels by Avicii. Free at last, thank God on Molly, free at last. That joke is for people who know Martin Luther King Jr. and also Levels by Avicii. It's a weird Venn diagram. I considered stopping doing Molly because I was talking to this neurologist, and he was telling me that once all the serotonin in your brain is depleted, your receptors take in dopamine, and that dopamine breaks down into peroxide, destroying your serotonin receptors, effectively ending your ability to experience happiness in the near future. But as he's telling me this, I kind of zoned out, and And when I came back into the conversation, he was talking about how all lives matter. I was like, oh, I can't trust this dude at all, man. I'm gonna just keep dancing. But I weaned myself off of Molly because now I do shrooms. Shrooms are so much better. They're all natural. They're very cathartic. The first time I did shrooms, I cried for 30 minutes. I was like, will me and my dad ever be best friends? The second time I did shrooms, I cried for 30 minutes. I was a piece of shit to my mom. And the third time I did shrooms, like, oh, I gotta dose my parents, right? I'm gonna tell my mom it's Ayurvedic medicine. Here you go. My parents are here, by the way. Give it up for them. They're in the back. It's going to be a very difficult conversation later. Because they knew about the drug use, but they did not know about the asthma attack. I'm alive. My parents are my biggest fans. They watch everything I do. My dad saw me smoking weed on a YouTube live stream. And my dad called me almost immediately. Nimesh, what are you smoking? I said, it's weed, Dad. He said, you need to quit. I said, okay, I'll quit smoking weed if you quit smoking cigarettes. He said the most dad shit ever. He said, I'm not gonna argue with you. Yeah, Dad, we just had the argument. You lost, it's fine, take the L, bro. He said, I'll get you back. And he hung up, and a few moments later, I started seeing all the dislikes on my YouTube videos go up by 1. It's like, Dad, what are you doing? You're fucking with the algorithm, bro. Stop. And then 10 minutes later, I got a call from my mom. Nimesh, what are you smoking? And she's mad religious, so I was like, Hindu Kush? She said, don't be smart. Is that weed? You need to stop. It's illegal. I said, illegal? So I was not paying taxes on that all-cash liquor store we got going on. But I won't tell if you don't. Without missing a beat, she says, Nimesh, the store's in your name. You don't pay taxes. Snitching on myself. She says, Nimesh, need to stop. You have asthma. I said, Mom, weed is actually a bronchodilator. She goes, oh, now you want to be a doctor. Oh, that's cute. Nimesh, point blank, I don't want you to die. I said, Mom, it ain't living if you ain't dying, bro. Thank you guys so much. That's my time. Thank you.